Howdy folks, welcome to Colson River Retreat. Hope you've enjoyed the videos lately. I'm trying to be consistent getting out some content for you. Hopefully it's enjoyable, even if it's through my pain and suffering. If you can get a chuckle, then it was worth it. We certainly have laughed a lot about some of the recent videos. So today I'm going to do a bunch of small projects, and thought I'd just put you on my chest and we would go through this together. And we've got to anchor seal some of those trees that we cut down the other day before they start checking too much. Got to cover up that wood that we put on the pallet from cutting up the other day. I got it moved over earlier, and now I'm going to cover it with some of that plastic roofing material that we took off of the blue shed that you saw us replace recently. And then maybe I think I got to cut up some stickers from some cutoffs that we had left over, and then we'll go from there. So I think I'm just going to do one camera, one view, just put you on my chest and see how the day goes. Ow! Oh gosh! Nope. All right, we're gonna get started. If you fast forwarded through that intro, I would recommend that you go back and watch it, as it is a new intro and might be entertaining. Hey bear. So real quick, my box plate on my tractor would not go down yesterday while we were working. Thank God it got stuck in the up position. Looked and looked and looked and couldn't figure it out, and it turns out this little knob right here that has a little like arm with an arrow on it, it needed to be turned all the way to the left. And I have no idea how it got turned from where it was, but didn't even have any idea how that worked. And then thankfully was able, after googling like 5 different times, was able to finally get a answer. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is put some tools up from the other day. You gotta stay hydrated. And if you were curious, it is still extremely hot and humid, but there are definitely places that are hotter, places that are more humid, and not nearly as pretty as this. So, got a lot to be grateful for. Oh. That battery needs to charge. This one out. Battery's good. The blade's not very good on that one. Still gotta change that out. Alright, so we need this one that's back here. Alright, so this has got the anchor seal in it. And I want to get that done first. That's the most important thing to do right this second. So Anchor Seal is a wax-based product that you put on the end of logs after you cut them down to minimize in-checking. Some people use latex paint or other wax-based products, and that's fine. I don't know how much we need. Let's start with that. But on my review of products and talking with other people, it seemed like most people had the most confidence in Anchor Seal. And I know that it holds up well in these spray containers over time, and so I didn't have to like empty it and wash it out with water or anything like that. So that makes my life easier. And anything to make my life easier is good for me. Alright, so we've got a hand pump. I do have a battery powered one, as you might have seen in the room, that works for, I have grass and weed killer in it currently. All right, so we're standing in the metal building. Can you tell? I mean, that's gonna be like the biggest joke ever. How long does it take me to put up a metal building? It's only been 3 years, 4 years. It's ridiculous. All right. These are those roof panels that we took off of the blue shed. Going to repurpose them over here. Excuse me. So I don't got to cover them up completely. Again, air drying out in the weather is fine for what I'm trying to accomplish. Pretty good. Just trying to keep some of the rain off of them, particularly the top pieces, help them dry. So we're gonna try this with one strap, see how we do. Might come out here, be all blown away. It's possible. If so, then we'll try again. All right, we don't necessarily need this tight, just enough where the wind won't blow it off, hopefully. All right, looks pretty good. All right, so we got pallets, we got some 8/4 boards. I put some stickers between the two pallets, that way there could still be air movement and it wouldn't be sitting on these big 1x4 pieces directly on the wood. Then we got some more 8/4. Actually, I guess mostly 8/4 on top, and then there's the 8/4 and 5/4 on the bottom. Again, that's red maple. So I'm saving these. I'll show you how I'm going to repurpose these in the future. And here is the red oak that I stickered a while back. And the ones on the bottom down here, pretty flat and straight. The ones that did not have anything on top of them, less straight. Might be able to use those for a boat build later on or something. And you can see these that are hanging out here unsupported. Big time movement. So, trying to get better at learning to stack wood. I will keep learning and trying to do better. I started banding them, used more stickers. I'm sure I'll learn lessons from this as we go along. But that's the goal, right? Try not to make too many big mistakes and learn as you go. All right, another job done. I think next job is cutting up stickers. So we're probably not moving the saw for a little while. I'm thinking maybe a good idea to go get the holder that we're using for the stickers and put it over here where we're working while it doesn't have a lot of stickers loaded in it. See if it's sturdy enough to be lifted. far, not falling apart. You know what? I think we'll put them over here. So I chose to go with a smaller pallet and stacking size than probably most people. And the reason is that my tractor is not very big. I mean, it's not small, but it's also not very big. And I knew weight would be an issue because I have mostly all hardwoods here. And so the idea being that it's harder to reach across bigger pallets anyways. I don't know. We'll see. I need one for a length. So anyways, so I knew that I didn't want to be reaching across pallets with heavy wood. I'd be working by myself a lot. And so the easier I can make my life. So what I did was made about 32 inches deep. And that way I wouldn't have to reach so far across. My tractor could pick it up hopefully a little bit easier. And so we're going to give it a try. Can always change the plan later. All right, so these are not exactly perfect. But we're going to go with hopefully good enough. Okay, so there's that. So how far does it extend out? About 2 inches past, okay. So you see they're a little bit of an angle. So I couldn't wedge them up very good. And I guess that's why you wedge them up against other boards. I couldn't wedge them up very straight. And so, but they do have two parallel faces that are not crookedy. So I believe that'll work. And if not, we'll get rid of it. All right, so I'm not going to make you sit through all this, but let's cut a few more. So this battery powered chop saw, huge fan. I resisted a long time buying a battery powered one because, you know, battery powered saws were underpowered for so long that I just didn't think it would work well. But I'm a huge fan of this saw. It works great. Very, very good. It'd be nice with like sawhorses and arms and stuff to hold stuff. That's all right. We'll make it. We'll get it. I hate wasting stuff, so I might err on the side of maybe using something I shouldn't use in order to try not to waste it. So these are obviously green currently. The ones we stacked with yesterday have been drying for a while, so hopefully they were pretty decently dry. It's going to be a little while before I get a chance to mill again, so hopefully these will be relatively dry by the time I get around to using them. Okay, I'll finish the rest of this up without you. I'll bring you back when we got another job to do. Gotta stay hydrated. That don't last long. Not much of a burn pile, just a little bit of stuff in there. I hate burning stuff, but I just couldn't use this stuff right now and couldn't really store it, so we'll try to minimize it. Alright, well, I think that's about all I had for today that I needed to bring you guys along. We'll go put the chop saw back up. Actually, if you guys want to hang on just a second, I'll take you down to the river. And we'll finish this day with a quick look at the river, since it's Colston River Retreat. Oop, hello bee, or a wasp. Stay hydrated. Well, how's that for a view to end the day, huh? Got a boat coming down the river, or up the river. I'd say this is probably pretty average river level. It's probably not more than 3 feet deep in the middle. To be honest with you, I've never been out there. I need to walk out there. If I do, I'll take you with me. But it's fairly shallow. And it has a bunch of grasses that kind of grow up in it, which is good for smallmouth bass and other aquatic life. So it does tend to produce quite a bit of fish for people who drift up and down through here. Unfortunately, that's a lot of snags if you're casting and reeling. But so you might have seen them go through. It's actually an island there, about a 50-acre island called Miller Island. And so it has almost as big a side on the other side that that's river over there. All right, guys. Well, thanks for your help today. God bless and stay safe.